Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Borderlands the Pre-Sequel video. So today we have that magic 2 words again that I've been saying quite a lot and doing quite a lot of videos of lately, which is community patch. Now we've obviously had the 2 official community patches from Shadow Evil on Borderlands 2, which have absolutely changed up Borderlands 2 and made it so much better, not for just the extra loot sources and things to farm, but also all of the certain changes and patches, buffs and things like that. So that's absolutely brilliant. Now, there is actually one available for Borderlands the Pre-Sequel at the minute, a nice little community patch available. I actually got tipped off on this by a guy on one of my comments on the video. Thanks to him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I will put it in the description. Yeah, I'll put it in the description, just thanking that guy. He linked me to a Reddit post where a guy called Ravenjim has actually made a smallish community, well, not smallish actually, it's quite big, community patch for the Pre-Sequel, which is completely focused on it's a loot overhaul, it's called. It's completely focused on making all of the non-farmable weapons, legendary, unique weapons, things like that, available to be farmed. Now this is quite a, not a basic patch, but because of certain things that he's trying to get around, like actually adding loot sources to things that don't drop, you know, people like Wally Wrong, he said, magma rivers, they can't be altered without altering the hotfix data, and he's got to look into that a bit more and try and find a way around that. So at the minute it's only available bosses that do drop things now have been changed, but still there's a good amount of changes in there. So we'll take this Reddit post. First paragraph says, basically after Shadow did community patch for Borderlands 2, I asked him if he was going to take a look at the Pre-Sequel. He probably will at some point, but for now, him and some other guys from Shadow's DC server have already started working on it. His project is to make all legendary gear have a source and all unobtainable or limited unique gear to be rewarded from quests. So if you go onto this post, I'll link it into the description. You can go ahead and click on the link, which will take you to the patch notes. Basically, to explain this in a bit more light, because I hope you don't mind me saying this, it's not the most easily explained thing of how to install to people that probably don't know how to do it, especially if you haven't done the Borderlands 2 patch. So basically I'll try and explain it as best you can. What you do is you do exactly what you did in Borderlands 2 to get the community patch to work. If you haven't done that yet, I'll link in the description Shadow Evil's original video. You've basically got to download a hex editor, get your Borderlands exe file and change some values in it. They're the exact same files and exact same values to be changed. What Shadow does for Borderlands 2, all you've got to do is do it for the Pre-Sequel. So instead of the Borderlands 2 exe, go to the Pre-Sequel, all sorts of changes like that. Just follow his video and then enable your console and it's done basically. Console commands, turn them on, and whatever you've called the file, you basically copy and paste the text from the Reddit post, which will take you, there's a link, copy and paste that into a text file, and then just put that in your is it in your binaries folder? I think down here it says somewhere as well. In the comments, read it. Yeah, you put it in there and done. That is it. I've done it, and like I said in many videos, if I can do it, anyone can do it, because I am not the best at being techie with PCs and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got a list here anyway. There's a lot of different changes and things like that. I'll run through a little bit now. You'll see it up on screen. So the things that aren't loot related, drop changes and stuff like that. He says he will work on Kleptastic Voids next, but it's just for the main game at the minute. So we've got things like fixed a bug with Red not dropping his assigned items. The Excalibur Bastard is now very, very more powerful in melee. Remove skins from X-Stalker, so we should drop Iridium Vanquishers more often now, that's good. He's made EOS fast travel 2 ways, so you don't have to run all the way through the map before it to get to EOS and things like that. You can now fast travel there. What else? He's taken some things off some bosses, added some other things. Moonstones, like Iridium in Borderlands 2 patch, Moonstones will now auto pick up. So that's absolutely fantastic. And then there's just an absolute shed load of additions, changes, things like that. So now, like, take the first one, Flame Knuckle not only will drop the Nukem, but he'll drop the Pitchfork now. Let's scroll down. Meg will drop the Hellfire as well as the Torrent. Iwajira will now drop the Avalanche. He will no longer drop the Hail, that has been made a quest reward, but he still drops his original thingy. There's loads of quest rewards, changes, then you've got all the actual commands that the game recognises to change, things like that. I've done a nice little simplified version on a text pad, which I'll put on screen right now, just so you can see the new additions. That hasn't got what they did drop. It's actually what they now drop that's new due to this community patch. So if there's anything on there, like if you look at Nell, it says Nell, Invader and Magma. That doesn't mean that they're the only things he drops. He does still drop his original Skullmasher. They are just new additions. But yeah, anyway, just want to say a massive thank you. I know this is probably, you know, a quick push out. You're probably working on a proper good big patch, but big thanks to Ravenjim and anyone else on Shadow's DC server that are working on this right now, and hopefully, you know, Shadow will get involved in this as well at some point, and there'll be an absolutely massive pre-sequel patch, because we need it. We do need it. There are still people out there playing the pre-sequel, believe it or not, and the biggest thing that I want about this community patch is not only will it keep certain people who are still playing the pre-sequel playing it, it will bring back those guys that didn't play it, didn't give it much of a chance, whether they, you know, didn't want to or just couldn't. The pre-sequel was a pretty big failure for a lot of reasons, mainly because of drops and farming, endgame playing, stuff like that. This is why community patches are so important, because it keeps people playing them after the game's supposedly dead. But yeah, anyway, big thanks to Ravenjim, and once again, I can't remember who it was. I feel bad now, but whoever it was that tipped me off to this, I'll give you a special thank you in the description right now, because I don't go on Reddit very often. So if there's anything you guys see on Reddit or other things like that that isn't on the Borderlands community forums, and you think I might want to know about it, let me know on any video. I read through all my comments, so yeah, things like that are really good. So thank you for helping me find this, and yeah, just like with the the Borderlands 2 community patch, I will be farming to my delight all these new drops in future videos, so yeah, be sure to look forward to that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Everything you need to know is in the description. I'll put all the links to all the videos and stuff like that, so yeah, hopefully if you play the pre-sequel on PC, then you can go ahead and do this. Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.